everybody, welcome back to Angry Badger Minis. Pardon me while I get set up here since I seem to be out of practice. Alright, so what's this stream about? Let's see here. First of all, I'm looking to see if YouTube has even picked this up yet. Weird. I don't know if something changed or... I'm gonna refresh that real quick and see if it's picked it up at all. There's no telling. I don't think I have to have that running anyway, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Looks like it says I'm live, but for some reason it's got the wrong freaking... We're in the wrong ambush site. Alright, hold on. Let me get this changed real quick, guys. Because that is not supposed to be that way. I'm not even sure why. Oh, I know why. Because of the dang... yeah, it's because of the restream. Sorry about that. Let me fix that real quick. Restream. Well, anyway, point is we're not doing let's see here. Man, it seems like everything changed in the short time I was gone, or was it a short time? Don't know. Let's see here. Settings. Apparently I suck at this. So just bear with me here. There was a way that I was able to change what the thing was, but apparently it's so there it is. Here we go. Update titles. Got it. Sorry guys. Sorry. Yep, there we go. Alrighty. That should be good. And then if I refresh this, there we go. Where have I been? Alright, so let's get started here. First thing, I can't even tell you the amount of stuff that's been going on between school, businesses, surgery just now, well, a few days ago, working another job to help somebody out, and then of course I got this bad boy right here, Mavic Air 2, off of Amazon for about $1,000 with the Fly More deal. And no, I'm not sponsored by Amazon or anything like that. I just wanted to brag on my drone here a little bit. I have another drone. It's a Phantom 3 standard that I got back when they first came out. But let me tell you something. This thing right here, I know that there's better drones out there, supposedly better drones. This one's got obstacle avoidance and all that kind of stuff, except for on the sides and the top. And I'm going to tell you right now, for a beginner drone, you couldn't go wrong. The video quality on this thing is absolutely stunning. The user ability is super stunning. And while I have not crashed it because of how wonderful this drone is, and of course how cautious I was being, I did not crash it flying, but I did drop it off of my desk. And you can't tell, but this portion right here, this LED light right here, it landed on the LED light, busted this loose, and when it did so, it ripped apart the wires that connected to the LED light. Well, that prompted me to jump on Amazon, buy a soldering kit, and today I fixed it, and it is good as new. You wouldn't even know that that ever happened. So the only crash that this thing has had is from my desk to the floor because my hands caught it when I needed to do something. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys how awesome this drone is. Today I took it to 400 feet, you know, which is your max, and I flew it about 2 miles, and then well, a mile out and then a mile back at roughly 200 something. And where I live in the mountains, with the wind coming off the trees and things like that, the Phantom 3 just, man, it struggles, and any little drone struggles. This bad boy does not care. My understanding is this thing will go up to 40 miles an hour, which explains why it is not affected by the wind, and it's GPS instead of Wi-Fi, which helps it out immensely. And then doing the brave stuff, you know, like having your drone come at you and then watch that thing, you know, go over your head or around you. I mean, it's amazing. If you crashed this thing into the ground, you really did something wrong. That's all I can say. And I live where my home point is. For those of you guys that are drone enthusiasts or know anything about flying drones, you know, you get everything, you know, everything gets set up. You know, when you put turn everything on and it sets a home point or what have you. What I was gonna say is, holy crap, what's up with all these stream announcements? Anyway, I'm looking at the Discord at the same time, so apologize. There's a lot of stream announcements. Wow. Usually where we're at 1,400 feet at the house, and so just coming out of my driveway, not even 15 yards, you're already heading into the negative. And this thing, I mean, that obstacle avoidance on the bottom is key to not running into anything, because you can't, you know, you can judge it by depth perception and all that, but you really can't judge, you can't go off of, you know, the feet, especially when the angles drop steeply and things like that. I mean, I do a lot of map reconnaissance and whatnot before I, you know, as I do my pre-flight stuff, but there's still no substitute in a way for what this thing is capable of doing. And again, the video quality and how stable it is. I mean, even when this drone's sitting here doing this in the wind, you know, fighting it, it does not look like that in the camera at all. It looks like it hasn't moved a bit. And I mean, it was worth every penny. And this thing, I've flown it all over my 88 acres that I have, and I'm telling you, it's the most amazing drone that I've had. So anyway, that aside, like I said, I'm not a DJI spokesperson, nor am I sponsored by them or anything like that. I just thought you guys might want to see that bad boy. So what do we got here? We've got an Imperium magazine review. Just because I don't have any models ready at the moment, so I apologize. But before we get into that, we're going to get into this White Dwarf. And I just want to make a point that all of this stuff came super late. And then I already have an email stating that the next package or fourth set of whatever is on its way for Imperium. But if you haven't seen this White Dwarf already, White Dwarf 475, I haven't even opened it, as you can tell. I'm going to open it right now. Maybe we can open it. Looks like it at least came in some sort of decent condition, even though that's how it came in the mail. A little mark there, and up here on the spine. But what do we got here? The Caradons, I think that's how you say it. I have this army just not put together. They were going to be my proxy Dark Eldar as well, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and roll with them as they are in fantasy or whatever. And looks like they're against the armies of Tzeentch. See, I haven't stopped yawning because, you know, it's how much we do around here and how tired we get. So let's see what's in here. Epic fights and bragging rights. Well, that's a pretty cool title, I guess. Looks like a pretty neat board there. And it looks like you guys can see things a little bit better. Of course, we're also on my newer computer. And I'm on ultra high latency or ultra low latency, low latency, I don't know, whatever. Okay, that's, oh my gosh, that's so lame. Alright, well, that's my opinion, but this was a battle chariot, whatever the heck this thing is. Come on, guys, what are we doing? Just piecing things together now? course, the Gene Stealer Colts and dirt bikes and stuff are pretty cool. Although it's hard to believe that in the 41st millennium the design of a dirt bike hasn't changed. But whatever. I mean, I'm only saying that because I used to race motocross before we moved here. But it looks like we got some model showcases here. There's a nice painted Wraith Knight, undoubtedly airbrushed. Not that I'm knocking that because I airbrush. I don't know this army. What is this? Undead elves. Okay, that's kind of cool. I don't know if this is part of the model, but it's a pretty cool diorama if it's not. Worlds of Warhammer. In his first Worlds of Warhammer column, Warhammer 40,000 background writer Callum Davis, if I said that right, sheds light on the newly arrived Grey Shields and their initiation in Space Marine chapters. Okay, this looks like it's some kind of story. Here we are with the Caradons. I got a feeling this one, and I should have looked at the table of contents. I got a feeling this was not going to be very 40k related, so I apologize. Landmarks of Infamy. Haven't heard a single thing lately about the old world at all. I know they're saying it's going to be a year or so out, but I mean, come on. Flashpoint Clash. Okay, yeah, this is all. Of course, you know, this is interesting that they're doing this, and then they came out with the new squats, or what are they calling them now? The Leagues of Voldan or Voltan? Voltan, I think it is. I'm not real interested in that army, to be honest with you. I think it's a, a last desperate attempt to try to revitalize people's interest in Games Workshop with everything that they're doing with the price hikes and everything. I know I'm pretty much priced out. I'm pretty much done with that. I've got some good folks that know how to 3D print, and not saying that they're doing anything that they shouldn't be doing, but they're printing me off stuff that there's no way I would spend that kind of money. Yeah, all of this, none of this is like, this is all like, I guess, kind of sort of battle, like missions related. That's why I'm kind of skipping through it, campaign rules. And I apologize if you're an Age of Sigmar person or what have you. I'm not really, even though I have some armies. How to play Oath of Ascension. Wait a minute. That, what? Okay, so unless I'm wrong, okay, this is Warcry, which is still fantasy if I'm not mistaken. But those are trenches, like, look like 40k trenches. At least on the map it does. Is Warcry not 40k? I mean not fantasy? I don't think it is. That definitely does not look like. I'm trying to look at this here. Maybe they're not trenches, it's this these catwalks, I guess. But that's not how it looks here. They look like trenches to me. Sorry, I got an eye for things. I'm pretty sure those are trenches and they don't match up with the pictures. Maze Breacher's Deck. Glory Points? What is this, some kind of card game? Looks like it. Not something I'm really interested in. There we go. Warhammer 40,000. Some freaking, I don't know, these guys could be anybody. Sons of Medusa or whatever. Necrons, Sisters of Battle, Orcs. That goes from the warp. I guess this is, oh yeah, this is where people write in. No, this isn't. Wait, what? We got our spray gun, punchy gun. I guess this is this guy trying to explain how the game, how game design is made. regarding weapons is what I'm getting out of my little skimming. I'm sure we could all argue for days about that. Let's see, the Axe of the Warden. Oh, hold on, I gotta stop. Alright, so first thing, gosh, I want to apologize, okay? I got back on, it was basically today, and I want to say thank you guys so much. I had no idea that we broke 100 subscribers, let alone 110. I had no idea some of my views, my videos had gotten so many views. My gosh, you guys gave me, gosh, where is it? I think it's the first, no, it's the second Nurgle Death Guard Kick Bash. 888 views it says right now. And then we just went up from there. And I mean, thank you so much, because that helped out obviously with the algorithm, and then started getting our stuff out there. And like I said, I've been super busy. And like I said, I did have surgery and stuff. I'll just leave it at that. But life gets in the way, unfortunately, sometimes. And I'm not a 20-year-old young buck anymore. So let's see here. Flashpoint, Nakmoon, if I remember that. Hey, salamanders. Yeah. Okay, this looks like storytelling, which is, I'm all for the lore. You know that. The burning of Gornal Underhives. Is that a prelude to Dark Tide? Looking forward to that game too, if it comes out, whenever it comes out. Now this is nice. I like this. But here's my thing, and some of you guys, please put in the comments or whatever. Okay, now I got upset. Look at this salamanders right here. Does that look like the right green to you? Of course not. That's ridiculous. Anyway, where I was going to go with this was, there is no reason why Games Workshop has not developed some type of app. And there was an app that I had, I can't remember the name of it. I haven't used it in forever, but basically it had an actual Primaris model on there and some other models you could download and whatnot, and then you could pick the colors, and it was perfect. There's no reason Games Workshop doesn't have something like that. This right here is okay, but this doesn't really help, for a person that wants to do something else. Angels of Defiance, Sable Knights, Rift Stalkers, it's a cool name, although they just look like Raven Guard in white. Of course, Ultramarines made their debut. Black Templars, of course. Space Wolves. Yeah, that's all they're showing, huh? I guess that's because all these are the units that fought in Nakmoon, I guess. Puritans and Disciples. Righteous Inspiration. Test of Faith. This looks like some more stuff for Sisters of Battle. Righteous Weapon Enhancements. Oh my gosh, power creep is real. And I'm not saying that like I hate Sisters of Battle. I don't. I like them a lot. I have my own army. Some of you will know from way back when we first started this game. Righteous Battle Scars. Servants of the Dark Master, House Korvax, and the Disciples of Be'lakor. Matched play legal. White Dwarf exclusive. Okay. So this is a problem for me. Alright? This is a problem for me. If you showed up to a tournament or anything like that and you did not have this subscription, okay, you would never know this, and so you couldn't even, plan your army around having to fight this. And then your opponent shows up and goes, well, I have this. That's how you create arguments across the table. I mean, come on, dude. It's freaking ridiculous. The rules creep is also ridiculous and bloated. Like never before. I'm gonna stop complaining. But anyway, what do we got here? Heretic Zealots. Well, some of you guys might like these guys. I think they look stupid. I'm just gonna say it right now. They look stupid. Too busy. I can't see how any of these guys would have any time to prep any of this stuff, and you guys know me, I'm all about the realism and things. It's just the way it is. Hold on a second. heretical architecture. I guess that's kind of, well, it's a pretty huge gate, to be honest with you. That's pretty big. I mean, considering the model right here. But it's, in my opinion, it's kind of a boring model. And it looks like they stole from Stargate the symbols on here. So, I said I was gonna stop complaining. Here I am, right? I'm just nitpicking. Now this is a good one, guys. This is a good one for those of you that are into tanks and stuff like I am. What are they doing here? This looks interesting. Hold on. Find a flat area of the on the model and use a compass to draw a section of circle. Shrink the radius of the compass and draw a second circle inside the first. So that, I guess, basically you can paint inside the lines. And then find the central point of the circle, draw a straight line out from it. Okay, I mean, I get what you're doing, what they're saying and doing. I just don't, yeah, you can make it out. Well, I don't know if you guys can make it out, but you can make out the scrape in the tank. I don't know that I dig that. I mean, it's a decent enough method. I just don't think I like that. Ooh, these bad boys. And that right there reminds me of BioShock, to be honest with you. This one's not too bad. What do we got here? Who are these people? Renegade, Arco-Flagellants. Huh, that's a thing, huh? Well, I have Arco-Flagellants for my sisters. What do we got over here? What is this? Hellbrute, but they put him on like Devastator legs. I mean, not Devastator, Defiler legs, which is cool. I'm not hating on that. I like that. Now, see, this is more, even though I'm not really digging the spikes so much, and I never liked this Psyker model, this is more what I think a Renegade Force would look like. You know what I mean? More like, you know, Imperial Guard type armor, things like that. Really? You got a servo? That's a servo drone, or servo skull, but with a different type of skull. Interesting. What in the world? Mausoleum Predator. Okay. I'll give them this. Their copper oxidizing is really good. They did a really great job on this. The rest of it, I mean, what that looks like to me is like a some kind of chariot in Warhammer Fantasy. And to be honest with you, this Hellbrute, I wanted to bring this up. This Hellbrute is cool and all, but the model, and I know they don't make it anymore, the one that they made in the Dark Vengeance box set, that I got a bunch of, I think is far cooler. It's got an action pose. It's not like just like the old Dreadnought just standing there. The Sorcerer is okay. These guys, Zinchian Cultists. Okay, they look like Harlequins to me because of the nose and just their poses. I don't know. Seems like our inspiration or imagination is failing here. Dark Mechanicum Rust Stalkers. Now I like that. Okay, I dig that a lot. It looks like a kit bash. I'm trying to remember what the Age of Sigmar model is, but either way, it's pretty cool. I dig that. What? Night Lord's Demon Prince. Nah, I can't really get into it. And the head on this thing is, here, let me bring that in a little closer for you guys. The face on that is just, I don't know. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't like that old style body either. I never did like that Demon Prince. Here's some cultists here that weren't too bad. Slanesh Cultist and Demonette. I don't know. Still not really digging that. The Demonette, I mean, that's one of the newer ones. I have some of the old ones, which is good, and some of the new ones. Yeah, no. So, these cultists aren't too bad. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe the ones in the back, I don't really dig them, but Wait a minute, the Blood Pact. Where have I heard that before? Well, hold on, hold the phone. Okay, so there was a, and I have it somewhere. There was some kind of, it was either a graphic novel, comic, or something like that that Games Workshop put out that had, they were called the Blood Pact, and the way that they were formed, it literally had like a big ass like cable or something that connected all of them together when they became who they were, and then whenever one of them was wounded, everybody else was wounded too. And then there was a sergeant that was like just covered in scars and everything else. And he was like, I guess, the veteran or whatever that had been around after all the rest of them had been killed. So that, I'm pretty sure that's what those guys were called. Tale of Four Warlords. So, got some Space Marines. Can't really tell who they are yet. No. Sisters of Battle, Necrons, of course, and Orcs. Order of the Argent Shroud. I said Sons of Medusa. Bam, nailed it. The Goths, Goths, and the Thocht Dynasty. Is that a real thing, or is that a play off of thoughts? And I don't mean the ones in your head. Hey, that's a pretty nice army showcase, I will say. Although I'm not sure why the Dreadnought is mostly black. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the Sons of Medusa that well. Here's some more of that cathedral stuff. And I mean, for Sisters of Battle, I guess I get it. You know, it's kind of been their thing in a way. But really, stained glass windows and stuff? Come on, guys. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that Squiggoth looks really nice. It's a lot more shiny than my taste, but I do like it. I do like it. And what I really like is he stuck kind of to the lore. Well, I guess, yeah, in a way. Let's see here. I'm not seeing any boys. It's all grots. Yeah, it's all grots and knobs. Okay. And then we got Necrons over here. I don't know why the Necrons would be siding with the Orcs, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, pretty cool, sort of cool battlefield here. Obviously with the Games Workshop board. But, like you guys have always heard me, look at this. Turn one, everybody's, let's hide over here, let's hide over here, let's hide up. I mean, this game is, you know, everything's set up to, you know, everybody's scared in the beginning, apparently. And, you know, somebody like, oh, I'd like to see you do that. If you played me, you would. You would not see me just hiding behind everything. I'm in it for the story. Ah, look at that face, man. Look at that. That is gorgeous, the way he did that. I really like that. Yeah, you guys know what it normally looks like. Pretty opaque, one color. But that is a nice shading. I like that a lot. Very good, very good. Let's see here. And if you happen to be in the chat or watching, please say hello. Not gonna hurt my feelings. Happy to talk with you. The board looks relatively cool. I just think, I don't know, in some ways there's a little too much color for me, but you know, they gotta sell models, I get it. I mean, and when I say that, it's because it drowns out, like, even, so it's probably harder for you guys to see than it is for me, but even me looking at this, you know, and it's not like I'm blind in any glasses, I have 20/10 vision. But just looking at this, it's so cluttered of color, the models kind of get lost in the board a little bit. Now that's kind of cool, a cool touch. It's a tarp or something that's over top of this shipping container. I like that. I must have missed that. I'll bet he did that with, I'm willing to bet he did that with either toilet paper or something a little fibrous so he could work with it. I'm willing to bet that's what it was. Nothing wrong with that though. Final victory points. So let's see here. I didn't even notice who was actually controlling which army. I didn't realize there was a woman playing the Sisters of Battle. Not that that's a problem or anything, but interesting. Now that, okay, let me get this up for you guys. Now that is one kick-ass Poxbringer. Here, look at that paint job, man. That is amazing. That right there is inspiring to me because it's not all green. It's not all just bland. And that's what I plan on doing with my Nurgle army. Which, if you're wondering what the progress on that is, since we built the Demon Princess, or whatever you want to call her, I haven't done anything else because I'm still trying to sort out what I'm doing with all these older models. And not that I expect Guy from Midwinter Minis to be watching any of my videos because he's super popular and I'm not. But Guy, even though your new Land Raider video that came out that's all Nurgle and very well painted, I still think mine's better looking for Nurgle. Oh man, very good. Gene Stealer Cold Magus. Gargants and Griffins. Gargants? Gargants? Thought that it was a giant. What am I missing here? You know, I want to get into this game, Aeronautica Imperialis, mainly because I want the models to go with my epic type stuff. But dude, again, priced out, man. I'm not going to do it. Sky Crusade looks like some kind of campaign. I don't even know how popular this game is, to be honest with you. Looks like we got some new rules, new ace abilities or whatever. So again, something else that your opponent may or may not know about. And then all of a sudden you spring it on them in the game and they're like, oh, this is no fun. Wow, Middle Earth still going on, huh? That's very interesting. Spider models look great. Oh, I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I think the orcs for the Hobbit and all that are, Orokai, right? Orokai? They're the best. I mean, they really are. Okay, we got some Black Library stuff here we can't read because, you know, get in trouble. Not that I'm sponsored by anybody, but whatever. Hobby Bingo. This, you know, this reminds me, I don't know if you guys watch Donut Operator. Love that dude. This reminds me, I think he was doing this bingo thing long before they were. Because I don't remember this being around much longer, maybe a year or two. But I don't know. Interesting. I'm not saying GW's copying everything, but they sure do copy a lot. Hobby Bingo Extra. Alright, so not the most eventful White Dwarf. That stinks. Alright. But really cool art. Alright, so let's get into this Imperium thing here. So first and foremost, I'm gonna tell you, looking on the screen as you guys are seeing it, this binder looks better to you than it does in person. And that's like the weirdest thing to say. This thing looks very dull and bland, and thankfully my camera is bringing out the colors better to you than it is in person in my face. It's a very thin binder, and of course all of this, you know, all of the issues which I have over there besides these are supposed to go into this. That being said, okay, I'm going to be interested in how this works out because see this right here? I haven't bothered to check it out. Maybe I'll get up and look at it right now, but all of those are supposed to be in, but I'm pretty sure there were 3 holes and they were not in this position. We're gonna check it out. Hold on, I could be wrong. I'm wrong. Thankfully, I'm wrong. So, let me get these maps out of the way. Yeah, so thankfully I am wrong. Wait a minute, what's going on here? This is 4, 5, 6, and 7. I must have the other ones sitting somewhere else. Alright, so those were the ones we covered last time. And for those of you new to the channel, yes, I bought the whole subscription because it's not like I need more models. It just was a really great deal that I couldn't pass up. Alright, so let's look at this first. So, again, I'm happy to be wrong about that. Although, two holes, that's going to be interesting. It's a lot of leeway. So what do we got here? We got the filing system. Collect, read, build, play. So I guess you're supposed to take everything apart and then file it how it goes. So now I got to do more work. We got a nice little map here of the Imperium mankind, although most of it's covered up. So here's the filing system. Hold on, let me set this down. Alright, yeah, I can already see this being a problem. I'm going to have to separate those as well. For some reason it's got the 41st Millennium, Space Marines, Adeptus Mechanicus, okay, because those are the armies, the models that will be here. Alright. Paint filing system. Alright, so essentially you would take all of the issues apart and then you would put them into the filing system. Okay. So if I just hold this up, you guys can see the whole map that's over here. I don't know how well that this would last, and of course those of us that have codices and codexes, whatever you want to call them, and rule books, we've seen this in a lot better look. I'm not necessarily bashing it. I mean, it's just I guess for a new player, which is what this is, designed for, it will work. It could be motivating, I would say, for the hobby. So, but I will say, and I believe you're supposed to get 2 binders. I don't remember, but this is super thin, guys. Like super thin. It literally just bends. This is not. You could buy a thicker, more robust thing from Walmart, for $1. The Dollar Tree probably has better binder than this is. So. Alright, so let's get into it. We've got number 8, and I'm going to make this simple on myself by razor blade. And I'm not sure how much detail we're going to get into this because I remember last time it just seemed like it was the same repetitive thing. Alright, so what did we get this time? We got an Overlord. Okay, and some dice. Alright, set that off to the side for now. And so I believe this is the first HQ unit in the series for the Necrons, because it's been Space Marines just kicking butt the whole time. Oh. I don't remember them saying anything about dry fitting and 40mm base, but that's cool. That's actually a really handy tip. I talked about that a lot when I'm putting stuff together. Okay, painting some of the stuff that we've already had, and of course these are all the new Necrons. What is that? Oh, I remember the plasma sight. Yeah, that was from the last set that we got. Okay, Overlord rises. So now we got the Overlord against the Primaris aggressors. Now the question would be, will they allow the Overlord to kill these guys in this thing? I have a feeling that's not going to be the case. Okay, so I guess this was more of a conditional type battle, because right here at the bottom it says rematch. The Necron player rolls to wound and all the results succeed. One aggressor loses 1 wound, the other loses 2 wounds. So maybe they lost a single, or I think there were 3 aggressors, right? Oh, so 1 aggressor apparently fell back. Interesting. It's interesting that they would do that, since Space Marines are the poster boys. Alright, so that was pretty quick. Pretty down and dirty. Not much to really talk about there. And I guess we're really just here for the models anyway. But you had the same, you know, paint section and all that. Let's see here. What did we get this time? We got some Necron Warriors and Scarabs. Space Marine Chapter Fold Out. And an action pack playthrough. So, looks like we have, according to this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's check. I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's definitely not 7 here. I don't know if we were. Well, I know we had. We did get 3 warriors before, so maybe that's where the 7 come into play. 13 miniatures with this issue. What? What are you talking about? Oh, part 1 and part 2. Ah, I see right here. So this is part 2. That's not very nice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus, what did I say? 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 10 Necron Warriors plus Scarabs. 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 bodies of Scarabs, or 3, whatever. What am I trying to say, guys? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah. Okay, so that's what's going on here. So I'm not sure why they have different weapons. Gauss Reaper and the Gauss Flare. More compact than the Gauss Flare. The double barrel Gauss Reaper is far easier for Necron Warrior to fire whilst moving across the battlefield. The beams emitted by a Gauss Reaper are more devastating than those of the Gauss Flare, but they do not have as much range. Okay, so maybe similar to Melt-A-Gun. So my Necron army that I have that's put together and whatnot, aside from all this new stuff I've been getting, it does not, you know, obviously they don't have these kind of weapons. The only guys I have that have like a double-barreled any type of thing is Immortals, but I don't believe that's what it's called. I don't know, it's been a long time since I've played them. Canoptic Scarabs, I have to be honest, while these are cool models, I don't know, they don't really do it for me. I like the old ones better in a way. But, I mean, who knows, maybe I'll just have 2 different Necron armies or something. The Age of Witches, warp powers abound. Okay, Psychers. Necrons don't have Psychers, right? Soulless Cohorts, maybe this is just more about 40k, possibly. How to build your Necron Warriors. Yeah, I'm sure everybody knows how to do that. And what a pain it probably is. Duel in the Depths. Primaris Lieutenant, Primaris Captain against Royal Warden and Overlord. Oh, that's right. We did have another HQ. I forgot about that. Okay. So basically it's, you know, mano y mano with 2 HQs versus 2 HQs. Okay, right on. The question would be, I guess it probably wouldn't apply in this, in this particular battle or sense of what they're trying to teach here, but would, if you had 2 HQs, because I've never been in this situation, please feel free to instruct me. if you had 2 HQs on each side, does the character rule, here let's do this, does the character rule apply? Meaning if these two were going to target these two, and for whatever reason they wanted to target this one, they can't because this guy is a closer unit. I'm assuming yes, but if it is, in my opinion, that's lame. So, alright, what do we got here? Brothers in Arms, Ultramarine Strike Force, Chapter Structure. Okay, cool. Ooh, nice. I like these little fold outs. Oh, Girly Man's here. No, 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 no. No, no Girly Man. Of course, this is, you know, the Codex chapter, not the way most of the other chapters are. And I've always loved this picture, even though it's been done and redone. I mean, I've seen it where they did this in yellow, even though they had the Omega, you know, Ultramarine deal on there. Let's see. Okay, let's move these models to the side. We know that we have, what do we got here? 10 more, or not 10 more, 6 more, something like that. Hopefully that's not too loud on you guys. I don't know what's going on with the whole shipping thing and why my stuff is coming really late, but at least it's getting here, right? So yeah, so we've got some more Necrons, one base of Scarabs which are connected, and if I was able to, what I would probably do is I'd probably cut that off so I can have a couple bases. I'll probably do that with them too. So that would spread that out, because I think you only need a few on there. Alright, what do we got here? 13 miniatures of this issue. Yeah, I don't really count the Scarabs as miniatures, but whatever. Wait a minute. Are they really? Hold on. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They did. They counted the Scarab, the individual Scarabs, as you cheap bastards. Anyway, what else do we got here? Alright, Ultramarines, Weapon and War Gear names. I think we saw something like this before. Now this is cool. I miss this in a lot of the codexes. Like, anyone who's ever played the Tau, like trying to figure out what all the little sensors and crap like that are. Like, if you guys go back to that video that I did when I put together my Tau army, how frustrating that was. And I think we just said, screw it, it'll be what it'll be. But no, this is cool. Melt bombs, frag and crack grenades. That's cool. Having a little purity seal around the grenade. Necron legions. Putting them together. Painting them. Scarabs. Wait, what are they doing here? Paint. What's going on here? Oh, okay. So they're painting that white to get that glow effect. Is what they're lining that up for. Looks like. Looks weird though, doesn't it? I mean, you could roll with that. I mean, it's 3 colors. It's tabletop ready, except for maybe the base, if that really matters. But okay, now it looks like we've got a little bit more of a battle. We've got some terrain. The only problem is we don't have terrain, but they've got terrain on this. So that part's interesting. Looks like it's in the warriors against the assault intercessors. Oh, wait a minute. That's not real terrain. That's part of the map. Did we get that? Did we get that map? Hold on. Yeah, we did. Holy crap. I'm an idiot. Look at this. Yep, there it is. Okay. Roger that. So you have to just say, hey, you know, this blocks line of sight. Although they're not doing that right here. Oh my gosh. Oh, the contradictions are real. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Looks like in our next one, ooh, we get a Primaris Librarian and some more paints apparently. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, I forgot. We only get to issue 11. So we have our Primaris Librarian. So let's see here. So we got a Primaris Librarian and a paintbrush that I'm pretty sure I will probably never use. This thing looks horrid. I mean, maybe as a dry brush, that's pretty gnarly. If it looks bad to you on camera, it looks even worse right now, I'm telling you. Oh, imagine that. Dry. It literally says it on it. Okay. Very well then. And then we've got our Primaris Librarian. I kind of like this model. It's pretty cool looking. The only question I have that I did not look at is... Okay. So, one good thing that I have not looked at this whole time is it does not look like they did anything where they made these into ultramarine marines. So that's good. However, I was not aware. Oh, Phobos armor. I'm looking at his leg like, why did the Primaris? I mean, what happened to all of his stuff? You know, I mean, the armor. But he's in Phobos armor, so this is a different type of Primaris Librarian. Got it. Okay, right on. Alright, so now we got another HQ for the Space Marines. And I don't know what the benefit of Phobos armor is over the normal armor. Or, you know, but who knows. Camo cloak, okay, that's probably a big deal. Oh wait, I think you get, gosh, what are they called? You have to forgive me, I don't know Primaris that well. What are they called? Is it Reavers? Kind of like Primaris Scouts or whatever. Anyway, that's the armor they have, I believe. Let's see here. It's not saying anything about the Phobos armor. Yeah. What's interesting though is that they're talking about the badges and they're showing these decals and stuff, but they don't provide you with any decals. So something to think about. Space Marine Librarius. Okay. Ranks of the Librarius. Eldritch Artifice. Let's see here. My dog is going crazy over here. Hey! Let's see. Basically how to assemble him, base coating him, getting a little color on him. So they've actually gone further with this guy than they did with the other stuff. Yeah, so with this guy they just went ahead and did everything up to the point to catch up with everybody else, looks like. And then we have the Librarian versus the Scarabs and the Royal Warden. I'm sure that the Librarian would just, like they're doing here, zap these Scarabs. Librarian attempts to manifest Smite. The Space Marines player must roll a psychic test. That's why they were getting into psych. Man, I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I guess because I'm getting old. Looks like the Scarabs are making a fallback move, but they're making the fallback move forward? Interesting. Yeah, that one, I don't understand that. I'd have to read all that. So anyway, and then we've got, so we have the paint next, some assault intercessors. excuse me, some more assault intercessors on the way. So I guess there'll be quite a few of those. Alright. I know that didn't seem very eventful, or it didn't to me. Then again, I've been waiting for them and it kind of got a little jaded on it. But so what's our next plan here? Our next plan is, oh, and for those of you that might have saw where I was like playing Eve online, I wasn't actually, we'll say, playing per se. I'm just like AFK mining as normal. I got some guy thought it'd be cool to take on a newbie and destroy me and kill all my stuff, and he did. And yeah, it is what it is. But so now I'm just, you know, trying to make back what little bit of money I had anyway, and the stuff I had. Thankfully, I didn't get all my ships or whatever. But anyway, what's next in store for modeling? So we still got a lot of Nurgle stuff to do, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot. I need to finish, gosh, what is that thing called? I can't remember what it's called now. But I need to basically, I need to put together the Magath Lord. I think it's smaller than the Glotkin, but I gotta put that together. I have no idea what I'm going to use that for in that army. But at the least, you know, it's going to go towards the Nurgle army for fantasy and Age of Sigmar. Even though I don't play Age of Sigmar. And then, I believe that's the last big thing that I need to do. No, I'm wrong. I still got to put Mortarion together. How did I forget him? Anyway, once those two are done, then it's just going to be a assembly fest of Plague Marines from the is it the Dark Imperium box set? Yeah, I think it's Dark Imperium box set, because we have 12 sets of those. So you've got Plague Marines, you've got 200, I remember this number, 240 Poxwalkers. I've got 12 bloat drones. We've got some other, you know, Nurgle stuff. What is he called? Something Horticulus Slimix, the snail, plus the flying drones, like the flies. Then we've got plague bearers, or the, you know, the demons or whatever, and then a ton of freaking Nurglings. I don't even know how many Nurglings we have, but what's probably going to happen with the Nurglings is I'm probably gonna, especially for the old style ones, because I have a ton of those, I'm probably gonna make like similar to what they've done with the new stuff, and make a pile of them, you know, kind of like you would with scarabs and things like that. And I think I might make a mold just to do that. I don't know. We'll have to see how they work out gluing them together, since they're all metal in the first place. I mean, I don't know if they would survive the process. And then we've got all of our special character guys, you know, our, what they call Blight Lord Terminators, the is it Death Shroud Terminators? I don't know. They're like a bodyguard or whatever for Typhus. We got Typhus. So we've got all that to put together. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to probably Tzeentch and get all that squared away. And then I'll move on to probably Slaanesh, and then probably Khorne after that, and then Chaos Undivided will be at the end, along with an Iron Warriors detachment. That's my plan. So there'll be, in essence, 6 Chaos armies instead of 4 or 5. And then that should be all of my Chaos. Whether or not we do one of the Warlord Titans, I don't know. I might just make something that I can magnetize to them, like I've said in the past. It's a good possibility. But I mean, now we've got a Warhound Titan, so I mean, it's almost like I have to make him into a, you know, a Nurgle Warlord, which, you know, it's not going to hurt nothing. I mean, what am I going to do with 2 big Warlords? And oh, and again, for those of you that are new, when I say Warlords, I'm not talking about the Forge World one. I'm talking about what doesn't exist anymore, the Titan Manufactorum Titans that are a couple of inches or maybe 4 inches taller than and broader than the Forge World one, and it looks more like a Lucius pattern warlord than it does the Mars pattern, I guess is what that would be. I don't know. So anyway, I wanted to cover this stuff with you guys. Appreciate you hanging around for it, and I apologize about how many miles to put together right now. Just like I said, so much going on. Surgery was a thing as well. Dad's already said that, but you gotta recover and things like that. So, and then of course 2 little ones. I mean, it sounds like a bunch of excuses, and it is, but life has to come before the hobby. I mean, it's just the way it works, or you have no way to do the hobby, as I'm sure you guys would understand. But regardless, I'm happy to be back, and in the process of working with my drone and things like that, I'm learning a new editing software for videos. So I'm hoping to start doing videos, not just live videos, but get back to some normal videos now that I have kind of the brain for how things should be. And understanding what I can do with this software will make the editing process less cumbersome, I think, more fun, and to put up, especially when we get to painting and things like that. So that being said, again, I want to say thank you to all of you. It was the biggest surprise and put a huge smile on my face to see that not only have we reached 100 subscribers, but we're 10 over. So hopefully we're doing something good. Hopefully this video didn't let anybody down. But again, I really appreciate your patronage. Feel free to check us out on Discord. It doesn't cost you anything. And we will catch you guys all next time.